Ouch's big ouch fan?
I think so.
It's so hard for me to tell which of the ouch parody accounts are like ouch and which are...
I don't think Ouch House is ouch.
No, there's no way. I can't see ouch doing that even under a parody account. It's just such a change in personality.
Yeah, exactly. The
Like,
thing is,
that's
like, it's such a change, though, that there's a chance. Because we don't know... I don't know how Ouch talks too well. But I also don't think it's him.
No. Oh my god, yeah, I'm showing that to Chris, that cursed Yoshi.
Oh, God.
So that person just showed up today and was like, Kazuyoshi Mishima, and dropped this.
That is... What the fuck is that?
Oh, it's his feet.
The face is fine. What the fuck is that? Why are his toes showing?
Because apparently, Kazuya Mishima's toes are always showing. He doesn't wear shoes. So Kazuyoshi Mishima is...
Why couldn't you just give Kazuya the Yoshi face?
Do you think Yoshi has like big fingers like that?
I mean, those
like
are
under his
fingers.
shoes?
Those are fingers right there.
Yeah, but regular Yoshi.
Those aren't called fingers.
So it might be. I forget English distinguishes between those.
Does...
Spanish just uses like you say fingers, and if you want to like specifically, if like it's vague due to context, you say foot fingers.
Foot fingers.
Yeah.
That's really interesting. I never knew that.
Yeah.
See, read this. This sounds like an ouch
I
tweet.
must apologize for my actions.
It
I will
sounds
not
like
able
it could
to
be
attend
ouch.
UBC. The evil forces of parents were too much for me to handle. They must be defeated. By then, I'll be able to go without worry of being denied. I promise you, Canada, once I'm free of this seal,
I
it'll all be
swear
over.
to God, that's very much ouch.
If Big Ouch fan versus Ouch ever happens and it's just him.
It's just him on stream versus him. It would be so funny.
Like, in hindsight, we should have all seen this coming, that he just wasn't going to show.
Yeah. The Jose dare.
Yeah. It's weird seeing Jose's name attached to a good alt counter. Usually it's the Jose counter.
He does these stupid counters on his Roy a lot.
He does. His Roy is just like the living embodiment of, you don't know what I'm doing, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah. But that's kind of his playstyle with, like,
Most
what's
of
it
the
called?
cast.
With, like, most of his characters. Because, like, in reality, he kind of just, like, he knows combos, but he kind of just goes and he kind of just, like, hits buttons until he gets the combo and then, like, does, like, the Jose, like, combos and, like down throw, or, like, gets, like, the back airs and one-hit back airs and stuff like that. But he kind of just throws them out until it works.
Yeah.
Which is fine. It's kind of how the game works sometimes.
Oh! Get owned, Jose.
Okay, I like that one, Liam.
Alright, so the answer they gave to why Kazuyoshi Mishima has feet is just, what do you think is under Yoshi's shoes?
I'm telling you, he's got like
There is feet.
Big old foot fingers?
He doesn't have shoes. Those aren't shoes.
I'm just
They're
gonna start using foot fingers in English and,
It's so weird to me that like English doesn't really distinguish between things.
No.
But they chose to distinguish between those things, which isn't really necessary.
No.
Like
It's
there'll be so many times where like someone will say like, "Hey, can you translate this for me?" And I'm like, "What does this word mean in this context?" Because there's like 50 translations.
Yeah. No, I learned that while I was trying to learn high school French, is that they have 28 different tenses.
28.
28.
I mean,
According to my
probably
high
has-
school French teacher who grew up in France and speaks French as a first language.
I mean, Spanish has got like 20 something.
Yeah. Which is just like, as somebody who grew up and is quite literally only an English speaker at the moment, English has 3 tenses that like only minorly affect the grammar, whereas it's like the combination of tense, like you pick a tense in French, and I'm not sure if it's like this in Spanish, and then you have 6 different conjugations of whatever verb you're trying to do. in
Yeah,
that
well,
tense.
the thing is, like, there's, like, different meanings you can give the verb, right?
Yeah.
So, like, there's, like, I will do this in the
Yeah.
future, but there's also, like, I'd like to do this
Yeah.
in the future.
Like
and that's
passive versus
different.
active.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm going to, like, the 2 I remember because it was drilled in a lot is like, there was I'm going to do this versus I will do this at some point.
Yeah.
Like, one of them is very direct and the other is just very, like, this might happen eventually.
Yeah, yeah. See, well, I like that, because you can actually be more specific in your language.
But on the other hand, it does make learning it quite daunting.
Yeah. Well, I feel like most people, like the way, this is a hot take, because I've taught Spanish. Like Duolingo and like just language learning communities online in general, they're like, here's this new tense, here's how you
Yeah.
conjugate for each verb,
No,
and it's like memorize everything, and it's like honestly, all you need to do to learn a language is speak it frequently
Yeah.
with a native speaker.
No, I was asking, like, hey, where's a good site to learn a language? And I got someone just being like, hey, don't go Duolingo, it's dumb.
Yeah, from what
So-
I've seen, Duolingo is like very beginner,
Yeah.
but like
Huh?
No
Say
clue.
any Alex?
I think you went
No,
home.
yeah, I think you went home a while ago.
So, yeah, like it's good for beginners, but like the nanosecond you like can complete the sentences Duolingo gives you, like at least 50% of the time, start speaking to a native speaker if you can.
No,
Because like you'll make mistakes while
Yeah.
speaking, but like you'll learn through intuition more than through theory.
yeah. No, I've been trying to learn a language. So someone recommended Babbel, which I don't know what your thoughts on that are.
Which one is it? Sorry.
Babbel.
Oh, I've heard of it. I honestly have no idea how good or bad it is.
Yeah. So I went to look and I was like, hey, maybe I could learn like Japanese or Chinese. Those are two languages that I've always kind of wanted to. And to start off, they only seem to have languages in the Latin alphabet available.
Okay.
So I'm learning Indonesian instead.
If we end really early, we can go to that like Mazda soba place.
Oh, the one
Because
that's
it closes
in
at
the
12,
village?
10. Yeah, because it closes at 10,
Okay.
which isn't too bad.
No, Jose! No, I was reminded of that because we were talking about that. It's like one of the first things I learned there was like, oh, there's like two different specific ways to say goodbye depending on if you think you're going to see the person again or
Yeah.
not. And English does not have an equivalent to that. And it's like, you can make one up if you string a few words together, but for the most part, bye just suffices.
I think I'm dragged so far.
The flip side of English is that every word has multiple different meanings depending on the context with no different spellings.
Yeah, that's like my pet peeve, right? Which is why I'm like
That was
upset
good.
I thought it was gonna go
that
forever.
you guys don't just call it foot fingers.
Well, I will now call it foot fingers, and I will make everyone uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're making me uncomfortable by saying it.
What's wrong with foot fingers?
That's what they are.
It's what they are.
It sounds very close to foot fetish.
Only you. I wasn't
I don't
thinking
know,
of that.
man.
Only you.
I think that's
I
your
think that
brain
says a lot about
problem.
you, Chris. Is there something you'd like to tell us?
Believe me, not feet. Not feet at all.
No.
What's the opposite of a fetish? That's what that is.
Disgust, I guess. I don't know.
I am foot disgusted, I guess. Is
I'm
the way to say it.
I'm so glad it's two UBC guys on right now while we're having this enlightening conversation.
Well, you
We
never
see
have this
set
anywhere else.
every week.
You never have this anywhere else.
Every week we hit a new, oh my god, I can't believe we're talking about this over Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Goodbye,
Oh,
Jose.
Jose.
He's SD'd 3 times this set. He should consider not.
That is true. If you just stop SDing, then you probably can do a lot better.
Try pressing up B after you fall
Yeah.
off the stage. Don't give up.
Yeah, exactly. Here's
You
therapy.
know.
Your opinion. What's the point of counterfeits? Like, what if you remove counterpicks? Everything is a starter.
Yeah.
Like, what changes that make?
It means you'll go to town.
No, it means
on
town is an
game one
option.
sometimes.
But then, if you don't want to go to town, you'll just ban it anyways.
Yeah.
And 90% of people only go PS2 anyways. So what's the point of the counterpick?
What we should do is we should just delegalize every stage except PS2.
No, please. I
gonna
hate
kill
it
you.
so fucking much.
But like genuinely, what is the point of a counterpick stage? Like,
You're
why
right.
don't you just have every stage available at the start, and you're just gonna ban it anyways? Like, if you don't want to go to it, you just go instead of 1, 2, and choose. You go 2, 3, and then choose.
I guess just to simplify. I don't know. It feel
But
The
what's
real-
simplifying about it? It just adds an extra layer of things.
the real
There.
answer. The real answer is the grandfather clause keeps it around.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
It's tradition, so that makes it
Yeah.
okay. That's what I told Chris.
Yeah, and I think that is a argument, but it's not a good one.
Yeah. No, that's the most accurate reason why it is there, but
Like, I don't see any reason for it to be like a rule.
I mean, if a stage is like absolute dog shit, like Yoshi's, you don't want it. You don't want to start a set
Yeah.
there. You know what I
no.
mean?
But
like,
then-
there are certain stages, like the best legal example I can think of is Roy on Town, where like town benefits certain characters way more than
Than
the average
others.
stage.
Yeah,
In which case, like, yeah, you say like, oh, you can ban it, but
Yeah.
like, there's an extent. Like,
you're supposed
we're-
to choose characters
we're,
first
We're
before
lucky to have
stages.
we're lucky to have counter picks that are like pretty neutral as far as counter picks go. But if you look at like previous like Smash games, or even this one where we had Yoshis, like where a counter pick is so fucking lopsided, you know what I mean? I don't know.
You guys remember when we had what's the Metroid one that flips?
Frigate Orpheus.
Yeah.
Frigate.
That was a fun stage. Also,
Really
hello,
good.
Jose Roy.
Yeah.
Does it flip in Hazard's All?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Okay.
It
It's
is
still bad.
It is a stage.
It's still bad because it has
Hazard's All,
that it has that platform on the side. That
Yeah.
Did you know what we need to free? We need to free Skyloft.
Nah, I prefer Delfino over Skyla.
But I could soccer ball through the stage on Skyloft.
Yeah. You know speed on Delfino, can you?
I think so.
Yeah, no, Delfino is
But
like
on
one of
Skyloft,
the
I can play the
sharking
funny
stages.
Zelda music.
I don't know. I've never had anything against sharking stages since Brawl.
Yeah.
Like we've banned stages with sharking thanks to a character that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Like Bayonetta could do something similar, but guess what? Bayonetta's bad.
Yeah, but that might make her good, which is annoying.
Oh,
Yeah, then
boo.
ban it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's not, it doesn't matter if it's a counter pick or not. You can just ban it. Like because you choose your characters before you choose the stage, so they can't like cheese you and go like, oh, by the way, I'm playing Mario since you chose Yoshi's now. You're supposed to choose your character
Didn't you
first.
literally used to do that?
No, that's when you counter pick. That's like when you're counter picking.
Yeah.
You
Not
ban
when
stage
you're
first,
starting the
then
set.
you can
Not when you're starting the set. And yes, I did used to do that. It was funny.
I remember commentating a set where you did that to.
I did that to
Reset.
Locust.
Yeah.
I won the game.
You won the game, lost the set. Also, Rip.
Yeah, that was
You're on the list now.
that is true.
And also, he SD'd first stock. I don't know if you guys noticed. So that's like what 5 SDs this set.
At least 4.
Hey Jake, I have a question for you since you've been here a while. If you were-
your advice.
Yeah, so if you were to remove counter picks and make everything a starter.
Make everything a starter.
So say like right now with the rules that we have right now, 7 stages all starter. Instead, it's just the winner of RPS 2 bans, loser 3 bans. You just choose your last stage. Does that make any difference?
2-3-1 is good. It just means that you're like the potential options to narrow down to the most neutral stage are a little bit wider.
Yeah.
But like essentially, no matter what the odd number of stages you go to, you just want to have an RPS order.
Yeah, exactly.
Like as equal as possible.
So if you were
And
just
it's pretty good.
yeah, so if you were to just remove the counter pick option and just say all 7 stages is the starter, does that change anything at all? I don't think it changes anything, right?
It doesn't change too much, no. It kind of.
Oh!
That was kind of dirty. The main
Sorry,
thing
continue.
is
Sorry, yeah.
whether or not you think that the 2 stages that are currently not in the starter list are quote unquote neutral enough to be able to be used for the starter stages. I mean, theoretically, if a stage is legal, what some people have argued in the past that like
Why is it not a start? Like,
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
Like,
that's
if
what I
it's
think.
legal, it can be a starter.
Yeah, exactly.
Why not? What like the distinction is kind of arbitrary.
Yeah.
But there is kind of an argument where like some borderline there are